Hey everybody, welcome to the Q103 Garage. What a lackluster, half-hearted woo from people on the left there. My name's Dalton Castle, and I'm joined with some very special guests this afternoon. We've got the band We As Human, or at least a couple members of them.
Yeah.
Adam, Justin, and Jake.
That's right.
Wait,
yeah.
I reversed it. Okay.
That was close. You got the Justin in the middle, and that's...
Well, how can I mess up the guy with the side mullet? I'll never forget.
Oh,
the
side mullet.
Oh, that's my new favorite name for it.
Let's jump right into
I
that.
have a business meeting to go to. I've got to get...
How does one acquire a side mullet?
Did you?
No, I said how does one?
Fight with a lawnmower.
Well, I acquired mine in a bathroom in Hollywood.
You're just like, you know what?
And,
I'm sick of tucking this behind my ear.
yeah, absolutely.
This has gotta
I
go.
think you should try it. I think your listeners should have a competition, and if you guys raise money or something, you have to shave a side mullet.
Guys, should I get a side mullet?
Yeah, and then what we can do is you can send a picture, and we'll compare whose side mullet's better. So,
You know, I'll do the opposite side so we can go ear to ear and just make
that's
normal
good.
hair with two faces.
We could share earbuds that way and
That'd
just
be perfect.
jog next to each other. We'll each have one in our...
Like Nick and Nora's endless playlist. Well, thanks for stopping in, guys. You've been around for a while, but I feel like this is the first big boy record, right?
Yeah, it is. It's our first major album, but no, we've been really fortunate to be doing arena tours for like the last 2 years.
Jeez.
So we've been our good friend Skillet discovered us, and so they take us on tour with them all the time. And so
What is your relationship with those guys? Did you come up with them? I mean,
No, we didn't actually. We didn't know them. The first We As Human show we ever did, we didn't have enough songs to do a full show. We didn't have enough originals, so we covered 2 Skillet songs before we ever knew them. And so we've been panheads forever. That's what they call their fans, panheads. And about, well, I guess it was 2010, a runner at a show gave John Cooper, the singer of Skillet, our EP that we had just made.
was that by request from you guys, or somebody just looking?
No,
out for
just
ya?
just a friend of ours who happened to be at the show. And he's like, hey, I know this band We As Human, you should check them out. And as a joke that night, he put it in the bus. And his words, not mine, he said he fell in love with us. And so he called me, and he's like, I love your band. I want to help you guys kind of take off. And I thought it was a prank phone. I didn't know what to think. I mean, there's no way John Cooper from Skillet's calling me. I've loved this guy forever. And but sure enough, it was him, and they introduced us to our record label, Atlantic Records, and we've been on the road just crazy ever since then. So
It's amazing. Like, not a lot of people. Well, I guess that's like everybody's story kind of works out. There's no one way, cookie cutter way to make it. It's right place, right time. Who you know, planets aligning.
Right, absolutely.
Guy from Skillet says, let's see how bad this
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, they're good.
He said he put it in for a laugh.
Yeah.
He said he called his wife Corey, who plays guitar, in and was like, "So, am I losing my mind? Does this not suck?"
Can you imagine the disappointment? Like, he's ready for such a good night of laughter. Like, I'm so crushed. I get that
Yeah.
with movies sometimes. You see a horrible DVD in like the $5 bin, and you
Yes.
put it in. You're like, this is actually kind of artsy.
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we've done that. I mean, those $5 bins or Redbox, those college films that they make with like
Redbox.
a $20 budget. I don't remember, what was that, Evil Bong 3 or something that we
Evil
ran?
Bong?
Evil
Yep.
Bong
Explain.
3. Like,
All right.
we were so bored. We're like, this is going to be the stupidest movie in the world, and it completely delivered. It was
Well,
So there's
it was the worst movie.
there's
ever.
a bong. It is evil.
and
and it's
evil.
alive.
Story
And it
writes
talks.
itself.
And I really it was so bad I couldn't even follow the plot. It was just so, I think I spent 90% of the time just laughing.
I'm not sure there was a plot.
I don't know if there was either. Yeah. So,
Do you get that 13-year-old in the crowd? You got that there?
yeah, right.
Evil bong. You can get it at
Evil
Redbox.
Bong.
Just use your mom's credit card.
We are not perpetuating the message of Evil Bong 3, just so you know. It was a horrible movie. It probably is, yeah.
While we're talking about delicious movies, I know you guys have been on the road, probably having a lot of chance to watch TV. Anybody catch Sharknado 2 the other night?
No, I'm still behind on Sharknado 1.
You got to catch up.
I don't know what this, Sharknado?
What?
It's a tornado made of sharks.
Shut up, dude.
What is there not to get about this?
Your
Fell off his
face.
chair. That's not a real thing.
Well, it could be, and it's important to watch because
need to
what
raise
if
it.
it happens?
We
You're
need
not
to
gonna
raise
know-
awareness,
Yeah,
actually, for
you're-
Sharknadoes.
Justin's going to be completely clueless on how to handle the situation.
You guys
the rest of
need
us
to get
are
a hold of
still
the
alive.
Pastafarians with the spaghetti monster in the sky and put it out on their website. This Sharknado thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing about Sharknado and Pastafarians is Sharknado is a real danger. Pastafarian, that's made up stuff.
I've considered myself warned.
Let me paint the scene for the listeners. We were in a garage, the Q103 garage. We had a company barbecue about 2 hours ago, and all the food's still out, and it's still good, I guess.
It's actually it's like an aged wine. Really, it's even better now than it was.
Do you guys want to fill your pockets with hot dogs before you leave?
We probably will do that.
Yeah, you want a handful
Thank
of
you.
ketchup?
Well, I'm
maybe?
glad you offered because I felt a little weird that I was already stealing hot dogs.
That's why I brought it up. I could see it. I was going to say either he's got 3 dongs or he's got hot dogs in that pocket.
Better not to ask. So if you take the average American garage, like full on with the unpainted, just taped drywall seams and everything, exposed rafters, and blow it up, that's kind of what we're sitting in right now.
Precisely.
Right? It's got all this stuff along the
Complete with
walls.
cardboard
It's got
boxes.
strangers sitting around in the, well, that's what it is at my house.
There's
There's random people.
shackles, there's chains, there's whips,
You
there's.
should leave that part out. You shouldn't say that.
They're going to know eventually once we tie them down what we plan on doing in here. No, it's good, guys. You're going to love it. It's going to be real sexy. All right. I asked these guys to all write down questions for you. And
Oh, boy.
And some of them put their names on, some of them not. And once I read the questions, I guess you'll know why their name's not on here. Although this one comes from
I'm
Nick.
just going to watch and see who goes flush.
Nick right over there in the blue.
Hey, Nick.
Where's the after party?
I wasn't aware there was a first party, much less an after party.
We're at the first
Hey, man.
party.
Is this the first one? So the after party? I don't know. Over by the buffet table. That's where we'll probably be when
Listen,
we're done
Nick
playing.
showed up in cargo shorts. He's ready to party.
I know, right? Yeah. I'll bet he's got some of those hot dogs in those cargo shorts pockets right there.
We're actually
Make sure you fill that up with some loose dogs before you go. None of them can stay. All right. Jen is in the audience. Where's Jen?
Hi,
Ooh.
Jen.
How did you all meet? Jen wants to know.
Adam and I, the drummer who's sitting here with me, we grew up together. We're childhood chums. Since
Adam doesn't have a mic because his throat is sore.
He doesn't say hi, Adam.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Adam.
Oh, jeez.
Mr. Noodle, I'm
See-
Adam.
So Adam and I grew up together playing in bands and all sorts of stuff. And Jake,
MySpace.
we found
MySpace.
Jake on MySpace. Yeah, actually. Well, and we have 2 other members that aren't here. They're on
Both from
vacation,
MySpace.
and I miss them terribly.
You met them on howdoblackpeoplemeet.com.
How did you know that? Quit
Plenty
reading the
of
liner
fish.
notes.
I read
would
the
ya?
Wikipedia.
Plenty of fish.
Yeah,
Actually,
don't
they
read
got
that.
that one wrong.
Plenty of fish. I thought that website was called Plenty of Fish,
That's weird.
not of fish, but
Their
of
logo
fish. I'm
actually
like,
has a fish.
Well,
Hold on a second. You thought the website was Plenty Off Fish?
no, plenty. Like they're not off. They're just kind of offish. You know, like
Offish.
you're not quite normal.
Kind of
So it's
like
it's
how
a dating site for not quite normal people. It's like we're
like
plenty
an old
offish.
Jewish guy from Long Island would say, he's not all there. He's
From
a little
Long Island.
offish.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay. You know.
But we met through MySpace. Jake and I did, and we've been on
as
the
he
road
caresses
together ever
Jake's
since.
shoulder. Oh, that's sweet. What more bands have you played in, if anywhere? I just want to.
You already did a good job reading
it's
that.
It's the penmanship. I English good. What is the word? What over bands?
What other bands?
I think it's a T. What other bands? That would be the real complete sentence.
Maybe
Let's-
what otter
Samsonite.
bands?
What other bands have we played in?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay,
I don't care.
Jake.
Well,
other
I mean,
bands have
I've
you
been in a ton of bands growing up. I was in a lot of bands, none that anyone would have ever heard of. In fact, I actually have a DVD with me in my backpack from a show that we
horrible.
were watching the other night. We're playing this big festival in a week, actually, and my first time to play it, I was in this little no-name hometown band, and they filmed it and gave it to us. And if anyone ever got hold of it, I would be embarrassed.
What was the
and
band name?
Never be allowed to show my face in public. We were called Third Morning
It's a
Rise.
long band name.
Third Morning Rise.
Oh, that was the band name.
There we
I thought
go.
the whole run-on sentence was it. Like, you guys are
That
gonna
is a
pay a
fair-
lot with printing.
Makes
Yeah.
great T-shirts.
Adam was in a band called The Cube. They went and toured Italy once, actually.
Whoa.
And then got kicked out of Italy.
Parlez-vous français? Italy. Huh?
California. Beautiful.
Ooh.
And I was in my first band, I don't know. I played in a bunch of church bands growing up, and then I was in a bluegrass band once.
You were.
I was in a male quartet, and I sang bass when I was 13. And
Yeah, you got a bit of a bass.
I
You can hear it. Can we hear how low you can go?
Easy there, buddy. I don't.
Take out the papers in the trash.
Baby, close the door and turn the lights down low.
Oh, that was great.
Stop it. I love Scotty McCurry the first time when
We're
he
gonna
was
have to
called Josh Turner.
We're going to have to steam clean these chairs in here.
Steve, oh my God, you just said that.
All right.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Well, you're going to have to talk to me because I got questions from
right,
Claudia. Where's Claudia? Ooh, and
Hi, Claudia.
Claudia wrote a heart after her name,
I
guys.
like Claudia's hair.
Claudia's hair is awesome. It's like purple and black.
She even
and
wrote
amazing.
in purple. I think that's amazing.
It's very cool.
Maybe she wrote with her hair.
I handed her that marker, though. All right, which one's better, Claudia? Left or right? You can't put both hands up.
She's just flailing.
Okay, let's do this one. What was your inspiration for the song Take the Bullets Away?
That's a good story.
Hold on a second. Don't ask good questions at my interview, Claudia. Just trying to show me
Wow,
up.
Claudia.
I'll come right out there.
How dare you sit over there and be awesome?
Guys,
Unbelievable.
talk more about silly hairstyles and not important stuff.
Anyway.
All right, Take the Bullets Away.
Yeah, Take the
the
Bullets
inspiration
Away.
for that song.
I had a meeting with my sister-in-law, my wife and I did, and she was going through a really hard time in her life. And we were in a restaurant. She was like bawling her eyes out, and it was crazy. And she just told us these horrible stories of things that had happened to her, and my heart just broke for this girl. And so I had that on my mind, and I was driving up to Nashville and couldn't stop thinking about her and what she was going through. And then Jake Jones over here had called me a few days beforehand, and he's like, I have this idea for a song that's just like something bullets, it's like just the word. And I was like, oh, bullets, because sometimes when you write a song, you just come up with a name first, and then you write the song around it. You want something that's catchy, and so I had bullets in one hand, and then I had my sister-in-law's story in the other, and I had the steering wheel, and I hear this like in my head, this just like dun 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 dun, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that's good. So I pop my iPad open in the passenger seat, and while I'm driving up the interstate in like 6 lanes of traffic, I'm typing and writing. I got my finger on the trigger, one bullet in the gun, and just seeing this person like playing Russian roulette, which is a horrible idea, by the way. Don't write songs while you're driving. But it worked out for me that one time.
You were technically playing Russian roulette yourself.
Right, absolutely. Which
with
I
a
think
giant
is,
automobile.
Right, which is why I think I related so well to that song, is because I was at near death at that point. But I wrote "Take the Bullets Away." It kind of grew into a bigger meaning that reflected my own life. As I was writing the lyrics, I started realizing, like, man, this is kind of a story of me as well, and just things that I have been through and struggles that I've fought with my whole life, addictions and things like that. So to hear what is happening out around the world, really, with "Take the Bullets Away" has just been mind blowing for us. So I really wrote that song. It kind of morphed into a song for anybody who just doesn't feel like they are winning in this life. They don't feel like they're getting ahead, and they keep battling the same thing over and over. So I wrote it, I guess, for kind of the underdogs that are looking for a reason to wake up the next day.
Oh, jeez, I
Yeah.
got deep, and that's a very good explanation.
Thanks,
Yeah.
buddy.
Wow.
And she still has purple, awesome hair.
Thanks, Claudia.
Thank you, Claudia.
And with that, let's do one more round of questions for each.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask all three of you this. This one comes from an audience member who didn't put their name on, but they've got nice handwriting.
Oh, well.
I'll answer it too. If you weren't making music, what career would you have right now? Who wants to go first with this?
I'll go
Jake,
first.
all right.
So if I wasn't making music at all,
Well, if you weren't making it as a living, what would you do to get paid?
sure, because I produce.
I guess dream job would it be,
Right.
other than this.
Dream job other than this. Man, that's tough.
Because I don't want you to be like, if I wasn't making music, I guess I'd be loading boxes into a truck.
Oh,
Right,
that
right.
would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Because that's too much of a real answer.
There's somebody that's going to be listening to this on the radio loading boxes into a truck.
You
right
know
now,
what, though? they're doing what
right.
they were put here to do.
You're trying to be so
calloused
nice
hands
right now.
and their big muscly backs.
Backpedaling. All right, go ahead, Jake.
When you take music out of the equation, I can't really think of anything I would possibly want to do that would be a dream job.
Oh, what a
you know?
diplomatic jerk.
No. It's true. It's true. I'm racking my brain because I've thought before like maybe I should just give this up, but I don't know what I would do. Because when I'm not on the road, I produce artists, I write music, I record music. I guess
To be a producer.
Yeah, well, but that's still music.
Still music. Yeah.
My dad's a doctor, and so my first job was working with him doing like data entry stuff. So I'd probably be working for an insurance company or something.
What you really shoot for the stars.
Wow.
No, that's.
I want to be an astronaut. No.
No. I
Nope.
want to punch numbers all day.
This is good money.
I guess when you live in your dream, it's tough to think.
There you
Outside
go.
the box. You did it.
I would rather be doing this than be an astronaut or a race car driver.
Yeah,
or
so
an actor.
suck it, Neil Armstrong,
Yeah.
Buzz Aldrin,
Walked on the moon.
Lance Armstrong.
We did actually drive a. You're just busting them all out, aren't you? Just taking off every astronaut. We drove a. We went to NASA in Houston, and somebody tweeted us last year as a totally random story, and we ended up going and getting like a backstage tour of NASA in Houston, and then they were showing us all these space exploration vehicles, the SEVs they call them or whatever.
Did you guys
Lunar
find the
rovers.
spaceship David
Dude,
Copperfield made
they
disappear?
let us. What?
Yes.
David Copperfield. No, we ended up driving one around the
No,
back
you
lots.
didn't.
Swear.
We did.
Swear to God. He's like, we're looking at like the newest, baddest version, and he's like, you guys want to drive it? We're like, there's only one good answer for that, and it's yes.
Yeah.
And our bass player broke it.
Yeah. So
Swear.
Wait,
goes
back up. What are we
bailing.
driving?
A space exploration vehicle.
Okay, like
it's
one of
got
those
like
big rover
13
things, okay.
wheels that all turn independently in a
How
big
did he
bubble
break?
window.
How do you break that? It's meant to travel in space.
I know, right?
Driving over Martians.
Yeah.
And green chicks
we-
with big boobs. How does it?
They
how do-
actually had terrain made to be like Mars and terrain made to be
in the
like
back
the moon.
lots of NASA. And we went back there, and there's this big hill, and our bass player Dave drove it up this big hill. And as a joke, I'm like, hey, Dave, you should drive it over the embankment down by those rocks. And the astronaut guy that was with us, he's like, oh, it can totally handle that. And I'm like, what? And so he bails down over this friggin' hill, gets to the bottom, hits a rock, and blows the wheel out.
Just so everybody in the audience and
It was
listening
awesome.
is clear, that's your tax dollars at work right
Thank
there.
you, everybody. I appreciate that. Anyways, so if I wasn't doing music, to get back to your question,
Yeah. What were we talking about?
I would probably have to work for NASA for the rest of my life to pay off that wheel that we broke.
Oh, all
But
right.
no, I do photography and videography as well, so I'd probably be working in Hollywood or something on
Some
movies.
views of art. Adam, did you got one? Hey, get that mic in your mouth.
I don't know if it's a career thing, but I love traveling so much. So if this band thing stopped, I'd probably just get a plane.
You'd be Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, no one would ever see me again. I'd be gone.
I like that answer. I'm not making music, but I do
I'd miss
radio. And if I weren't doing radio, I'd be Godzilla. I think that'd be
Okay,
great.
you win.
Have you seen the new Godzilla?
I lived it, bro.
You took that and did that?
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. You did the hand motion of helping a woman birth a baby, it looked like.
Yeah, you've done
and then
that?
you breathed fire into her. But yeah, I did that.
You don't know what part of the movie I'm talking about?
No, I really haven't seen it yet. I'm really ashamed of myself.
Unbelievable.
Listen, bro, I'm
Then
on the
you can't
radio all
know.
day.
Disqualified.
I go to the
Can't
gym
be Godzilla.
twice a day. I don't got time for these
Can't-
things. I
you
need
don't
to
know what
have
this
my
is?
muscles.
Then you can't. No, sorry.
All right, well, we're sitting in the garage with We As Human. They're a bunch of jerks. They're going to play some music
you.
in just a few seconds. We got some people here.